Hello, welcome to Three Crows Runes. My name is Jen. Let's do some rune readings. Today we're going to be doing some scattercasts with the hematite runes, and we're going to be using the Into the Lonely Woods deck. So, as you probably know, things are a little bit difficult in the world at the moment, and it's come to us to be the protectors of the light, to make sure that we are keeping tight hold of things like compassion and empathy and kindness and things like that. So it's sometimes difficult to do, but what these scattercasts are going to help you with is maybe certain angles you can try, certain tactics you can use to just continue to protect the light and to try to uphold that as best we can, even if everything seems to be topsy-turvy out there. So I'm going to be doing this for all of the lunar year signs. So you know your lunar year sign, presumably. If not, you can Google it. And you can look at your lunar year sign, you can look at your ascendant, and that will give you some ideas in these trying times of how we can continue to be protectors of the light in a way that we are comfortable with. So I will put the timestamps for each sign in the description, and I will see you there. Bye! Hello, Year of the Rat People. So, Year of the Rat People, we're going to start with a card from the Into the Lonely Woods Oracle cards. And we have Gifts of the Lonely Path. So, even though our path may feel lonely, there are things of beauty within it. There are things that we can appreciate that we wouldn't have encountered if we hadn't been on this path as protectors of the light and trying to make things, trying to keep the things safe that we need to protect for when it's going to be safe to bring it out again. So let's get a scattercast going on for the Year of the Rat People. Okay, so we're going to pick up all the ones that went face down. There is a blank one in here. If it's there, I won't know because I'm picking up all the face down runes. But that's okay, we don't need that for this. And then let's turn all of these the way they seem to want to be. Okay, clearly the central issue is communication. It's like the only rune on the center line. So I think a lot of this is going to be about your expressing the gifts of this path. You're going to be expressing what you know from this path, the path that you are on as a protector of the light and as, you know, on the lonely path that it is. But this is going to be all about, you're going to be telling the story. You're going to be expressing this and telling people about the gifts of this and what is good about it. It's like, you know, you'd think people wouldn't need to be convinced that empathy and compassion are good things, but funny story, people do have a huge problem with that and have a hard time understanding that it's actually an important thing. So leading up to this, you have felt lonely. You have felt alone in this. We have Algae's reversed on the lower line. This has been going on for a while. So Algae's is the rune of protection and support. It is reversed and it's on the lower line. So it's not only that you were feeling lonely and this was dragging you down, but also that you were feeling not as supported as you wanted to. You were worried that you wouldn't have the support you would want to. And this led to some negative emotions, some surges of negative emotions. But you've had a breakthrough really recently, like just before this moment. You said, wait a minute. You said, wait a minute. And the fact that you were feeling a bit miserable could drag you down in this moment, but this is happening like just before this moment where, you know, you're worried about unhappiness, you're worried about, you know, the negative emotions, you're feeling unhappy. This could drag you down. But what's helped you is that you actually have had a breakthrough. So we have Vunyo reversed on the lowest line here, which is unhappiness. It's basically it's the joy rune, but it's reversed and it's on the lowest line. So the negative, like the the surging emotions that you were having because you were not feeling supported has led to a deep, like, anti-joy. But at the same time, you've had a breakthrough, and you realize that this is your challenge. This is your, as Carolyn Casey puts it, your beautiful, dangerous assignment. And you are, if you are going to embrace this challenge, and this is your highest helping thing. Your highest good is this, Thurizaz, which is the rune of the challenge, the thorn, the giant, the gateway, and it is open. It's an open gateway, and it's like, you know what, this is what I can do. This is what I can do to help, is I can communicate this. I can express this. I can express the beauty of what I'm seeing, and that's going to maybe help people maybe come and help me, and not necessarily help me, but like take up their own bit of the light and try to keep that safe while we move forward through these dark times. And it just embracing this challenge is helping you a lot. So this is basically what's going to help you the most at this point, especially. You will still feel like things are chaotic out there. We have Hagalaz in the lowest line as well, next to the deep anti-joy. We have Hagalaz, which is the rune of the hailstorm. It has to do with chaos and the uncontrolled uncontrollables, things that are out of your control. And closer up, we have, you know, the negative surprises. Things just keep happening that are not nice. And you're going to feel like you want to go and force things into being. And as such, you're going to feel like you're going against everything that you are by trying to force things. And that's not going to help you. Once again, if any of this is dragging you down, bring yourself back up to where you've embraced this challenge. Like, this is my challenge. I've had this breakthrough. I know what I need to do. And you are singing this song. You are expressing this, the gifts of this path that you're on. What is going to be the next thing that's going to help you, and what might drag you down from there, is really honing your focus on this. Like, the more this goes on, this is still your challenge, and you're still working from that breakthrough you had, and you're still singing your song out. But we have Count as reversed, which is the rune of focus. Like, it's the torch, but it's reversed, so it's the honing of focus instead of the expansion. You're really, really upping your focus on this, and you're embracing this as your journey. We have the journey rune. What might drag you down is you might be worried about energy levels. We have Sovilo, which is the rune of the sun. This has to do with source energy. In the lower line, it's worries about energy levels. You may feel like you might be getting burned out. But once again, this is your song. This is you. You've had this breakthrough. This is your challenge. And even as things progress, yeah, maybe the unpleasantness has doubled down, but so can you. You can basically extremify your focus. I'm making up words today. And just basically let that be a part of the journey as you carry it forward. Singing your song into the world, showing people the gifts of the light. And so that, rat people, is your reading for being a protector of the light as you are. I wish you, as always, good luck with that. Not in a sarcastic way, definitely wishing you all the best. And I wish you a lovely day or evening. Take care till next time. Bye. Hello, Ox people. So, Ox people, we're going to start with a card from the Into the Lonely Woods Oracle deck, and we have a time to share. So, as a protector of the light, it's important to have contact with other protectors of the light. So make sure that you are in contact, even if you don't see each other physically very often. Just have that point of contact happening. Like, make sure that you are in contact with these people that are going to make things better for you, and you are going to make things better for each other, because it's a hard road. But it's essential, because we need to be protecting that. We need to be making sure that this is kept, and this is kept honored and safe for when the times are safer for it to be brought back out. So let's get the scattercast going on. Ooh, that one went way the heck up here. Is it upright? It is. Okay, I'm going to turn that. We're going to try to remember that's there. And then I'm going to pick up all the ones that went face down. There is a blank rune in here. I would never know which one it is because I'm picking all the face down ones up. So, so too bad for the blank rune. The blank rune doesn't get play in these Scattercast readings, but that's okay. Okay, so that is what we're doing for that, and we're going to turn everything to be the way that it seems to want to be. Central issue definitely about beginnings, possibly about birth, which is interesting because, oh, that one's upside down as well. Okay. Because we actually even have a child in the picture, but it might not be. So it's just basically having a new starts, new beginnings. And way the heck up here, and this is in the leading up scene. Yeah, so yeah, new beginning. There was something that happened where you let go of something that was no longer serving you. We have, and you can't even see it. I'm going to bring it down a little bit. Imagine this is even higher up than it is here, but it was the highest up rune. The most important thing you've done recently is that you have let go of what didn't serve you. You've left your comfort zone. We have Othala reversed. You've walked out of your comfort zone and you've let go of what wasn't serving you. There was a little bit of worry about your weakness, that you may have felt like you were a quitter, but you're not. This was extremely important and you needed to start again. And here you are, fresh start, new beginnings, Berkana. Sorry, this is Uru's reversed, strength and health, it's the wild ox, but it's part of this. It's what's balanced by this. So the main thing that you did and the thing that helped you so much more even than any worries that you could have had about it is that you walked away from what no longer served you. So now you're in a state of new beginnings. What is helping you is you've learned a lot about yourself and you're learning a lot about yourself. We have Pertho reversed. Pertho is the rune of the lot box. This has to do with surprises, but surprises that were always there. So you are, and it's reversed on the upper line. So you're learning about who you are and you're having revelations about what was always a part of you and that you didn't know before. And that's helping you with your new beginning. What isn't helping is you may be a bit worried about protection and support. You may worry that you don't have the support that you would like. You may worry that you won't have the support that you would like to have. But if that starts to be the case, just bring yourself back up to you did the right thing, because this is high up on that helping. Like, this is the highest rune in the spread. It was out of camera. And so that will keep you from getting dragged down by worries about support. What your next, and this will actually lead to joy. This will lead to joy. Because the rune that's just above this, finding out about yourself, is Vunyo, which is the joy rune, and that's going to help you a lot, as will feelings of confidence and inner worth, which is Fehu reversed here. What's going to help you a little bit, what's going to help you a lot, it's still going to help you, but you're going to feel like you're not running around as much. You're going to feel a stillness through which clarity comes. We have Isa, which is ice, the stillness through which clarity comes. Your next step on the path line is Tivaz reversed, which is the rune of Tyr, the warrior god. This has to do with tending duties and responsibilities. It is reversed, so it's your own duties and responsibilities to yourself that you're taking care of. And this is going to lead you to a lot of energy, a lot more energy than you thought you could have, which is great. Your worries might be, you may feel like you want to control things. You may feel like things are almost an impossible challenge. But once again, you have this energy. You haven't had this level of energy before. It's fantastic. And just continue, this will always be with you. The fact that you walked away from what no longer served you, this helped you the most. Learning things about yourself, which leads to joy, which leads to greater self-esteem, greater self-worth, and greater confidence, as well as the stillness through which clarity comes. That's going to help you as you tend your duties and responsibilities to yourself, which will keep you energized. And the last rune in this spread, Ox people, is we have Manas reversed. Manas is the rune of humanity and your part in it. It is reversed and it's on the helping line. It's almost as big, almost as high up on the helping line as your Othala reversed over here, where you walked away from something that no longer served you. And this is you basically saying, you know what, I can take care of things myself. I don't need the din of humanity telling me what to do or telling me what they think I should think or do or feel. This is me. This is my new beginning. I have learned about myself. I know how I can be happy. I know how I can be strong and confident. This gives me stillness. This gives me clarity. I take care of myself and I have the energy that I need. So that, Ox people, is your reading as a protector of the light. I wish you all the best with this, and I wish you a lovely day or evening. Take care till next time. Bye. Hello, Tiger people. So Tiger people, we're going to start with a card from the Into the Lonely Woods Oracle card, and we have Honor Your Holy Days. I think I get this card every time I use this deck. It's a great card. And this is what's going to help you a lot while you are protecting the light, while you're hanging onto the light and making sure that it is safe and nurtured and protected until it is safe to bring it out into the open again. So let's get a scattercast going on with the hematite runes and see what we can add to this for the Tiger people. Okay, we're going to turn to pick up all the ones that went face down. There are some people in this building who are having what I can only describe as a romp. They're clomping around, they're hooting, making lots of ruckus. I am hoping they're having a good time. Sometimes I wonder, but if you hear ruckus, that's what's going on. So your central issue here is Uruz. Uruz is the rune of the wild ox. This has to do with strength and health. That one doesn't have a reversal, but I'll still turn it up right. Uruz is the wild ox. This has to do with strength and health. Sometimes stubbornness, but mostly what I'm seeing is is just your grounding, your foundational grounding, and your strength and health, and what gives that to you, and how you can get that. And one of the ways you can get that is by honoring your holy days, just giving that the presence that it requires, and that to honor it. Leading up to this, first of all, there was a really negative, there was a surprise. I'm not going to say negative. It was just a surprise that surprised you and sort of stopped you in your tracks. Or maybe it was worries about a surprise that was going to surprise you. But I'm thinking since it happened before and we're leading up to this, that it happened. And it wasn't pleasant for you, even if it wasn't bad. It wasn't something that was, you didn't feel okay with it because it's in the non-helping line. It's in the what wasn't helping line. And there's a chance that you could continue to fixate on that. This is just going to go forward. We have Kaunaz reversed. Kaunaz is the rune of the torch. This has to do with expansion and, something that starts small like an ember and goes into a blaze, but it is reversed and it's next to this one on the lower line of what's not helping you. So I'm seeing this startle that you had, that you're just fixating on it. Even if it didn't actually happen, this worry about this thing happening, this surprise happening, is something that you are tempted to fixate on, and this could drag you down, whatever you do. What helps you though in this moment, and this is all just before this moment where you're like, you know what, I'm going to give myself foundational grounding and strength and look at my health and make sure that's going on. What's helped is that you are actually able to get yourself to be still. We have Isa, which is the rune of ice, and this has to do with stillness and the stillness through which clarity comes. So even if this is going on where you're just fixating on this thing that you're worried about happening or that did happen that was a surprise, you can always bring yourself back to the stillness and let that help you, let the clarity come through that. And this has led you to this moment right now where you're feeling, okay, I'm grounded, I'm feeling strong, I'm feeling healthy, this is a good place for me, let's honor what is important to me, what is holy to me, and we're gonna do that. What is gonna help you going forward is, there are challenges, and to see these impossible challenges as something that is yours, and that is, as I'm quoting Carolyn Casey a lot during this session, and basically the quote that I love of hers is, think of it as your beautiful, dangerous assignment. This is a very hard challenge for you, but embracing it is going to give you what you need to deal with it. What isn't going to help is, you're almost worried that sorry, we have Fehu, which is the rune of wealth and worth, and it's on the lowest line here. You're almost worried about your worth through all this. Like, am I even worthy of having my own holidays? Yes, you are, obviously. But you're sort of worried about, am I worth this challenge? Am I worthy of this challenge? Yes, you are. Just basically embrace it, and you're going to work on it. Like, there's that wonderful Rilke quote about, love the questions now, and live the questions now, and eventually you may live your way into the answers. I've just mangled that quote, and I love it so much, so I'm sorry, Mr. Rilke. Anyway, embrace the challenge. It may feel like an impossible challenge, but embrace it. This is what our holy days are for. And you are at center, grounded and strong, so you know this. What is going to help you is let your spirit carry you. We have Avaz, which is the rune of the horse. The horse has to do with movement and also spirit. I'm really seeing the spirit aspect of it, letting spirit carry you forward. And even if you don't feel like you can move forward because the thorn wall is so thorny, just basically let your spirit carry you, and your spirit will carry you forward one way or another. And the final rune in this spread is another thing that's going to help you, is just to become okay with nature. We have Hagalaz, which is the rune of the hailstorm. This has to do with the uncontrolled uncontrollables and chaos, but it's also natural forces, natural energies. And you're basically coming to terms with yours. And doing all of this and letting spirit carry you and embracing your challenge is going to show you who you are and what your nature is, and that you too are a force of nature. So that, Tiger people, is your reading. I wish you a lovely day or evening. Take care till next time. Bye. Hello, Hare people. So Hare people, we're going to start with a card from the Into the Lonely Woods Oracle deck, and it's Between Two Worlds. So this is sort of where you're at the moment as a protector of light. You are a part of the world that is going on, and you empathize with that, and you can feel that very keenly. At the same time, you are holding on to the light, which means you are with a foot in the world that is where there is more compassion, where there is more empathy and mystic stuff, where it's not all material and things being crazy. So you're sort of between that. So let's get some runes down and see what they have to add, Hare people. Okay, we're gonna pick up all the ones that went face down. There is a blank rune in here. It never gets played during these scattercasts because it looks like it's face down. So, sorry, blank rune, but that's the way it shakes. So okay, so let's turn them the way that they would like to be. See if we can find that central issue. I am thinking our central issue is Pertho. Pertho is the rune of the lot box, and this has to do with surprises, but surprises that were always there. So right now you're dealing with something that has come up that you realize was always there, that was always going on, but it's news to you. What has helped you leading up to this point is, I'm going to read this a couple ways. First of all, inner strength. That's obvious. We have Uruz, which is the rune of the wild ox. This has to do with strength and health. Reversed, it has to do with inner strength, inner health. So I would say like mental health. You're very strong inwardly. Sometimes, whether you realize it or not, you're very strong inwardly. So your inner strength has led you to this point. But something has come up that was always there, and it's not necessarily a bad surprise, but it's something that has thrown you for a loop because it's been revealed. It's like a paradigm shift, and everything has changed now. Like, this has always been the case, and what has been revealed has always been. and you didn't know about it. So it's like, this is something that you're dealing with, and you're feeling like all this time. We have Yira. What isn't helping you, the thing that's on the lowest line of this spread, is you feel like, I should have known this years ago. I should have known this. Like, all this time, how long did I go without knowing this? So we have Yira, which is the harvest end time. So your inner strength is carrying you. So that's what's helping you the most at this point. But we're getting another thing that's going to help you, which is just re-expanding your awareness. We have Kanaz, which is the rune of the torch. It's the fire. It's something that starts small like an ember and goes into a blaze. It is what's going to help you. It's actually going to help you even more than your inner strength, which is great. But it's sort of like, okay, you know what? I am strong. This threw me for a loop. And yes, I didn't know before, but I know now. So now I'm going to let my world be expanded by this and expand my awareness into that. What isn't going to help you at that point is you're going to be impatient with yourself because you feel like I wasted all this time not knowing. So we have Avaz, which is the rune of patience, slow growth, slow development. It's the yew tree. And this is going to be just nagging at you. This is going to be like, no, I don't have time to slowly unfurl like a flower. I have to do this immediately and right now and open up as take everything in that I need to. As well, you're going to feel like nobody told me, like nobody helped me with this before. We have Algae reversed, which is the rune of protection and support. But that's not. So what? So what? Nobody told you. It's like, now. That's the main thing. Maybe you couldn't have known until now. Maybe it wouldn't have sunk in the way that it did. Maybe you had clues before and you just weren't ready for them. So all of that could be in play. Right now, we're dealing with right now and moving forward. And so you're expanding your horizons. Yes, it could drag you down if you worry about that, but you're expanding now. You have your inner strength. You're sort of just letting things open out, embracing this challenge that, there are going to be things I don't know, and there are going to be things that I won't know for years that have always been there. But you know what? This is my challenge, and it's an open door challenge. I'm stepping into it. It's not reversed in this case. So it's like, this is my challenge. I'm just going to embrace this, and I'm going to move forward, and I'm going to step over the threshold. And what this is going to lead you to, all of these things helping you, the inner strength, the opening out, and embracing of the challenge. These are also going to help you once you've done that, coming in as helpers along the way. One, things are going to be revealed to you. We have Dagaz, which is the rune of the breaking of the day. This is revelations. This is basically illumination. Things being revealed that cannot be ignored, things being seen that cannot be unseen, the light filling your entire field of vision. You are going to have things revealed to you because now you're looking. And what this is going to lead you to is, I'm going to read this final rune a couple ways. We have Vunyo reversed. Vunyo is the rune of joy. Reversed on the upper line is finding your deep inner joy, but also becoming aware of when you're feeling discontented, because that could help you as well. So mostly you're looking inward for your joy. Mostly it's about, you're not going to be looking outside of yourself for joy so much, because you're focusing on protecting the light, compassion, empathy, all that good stuff. Right now what's going on out there is difficult, and it's good to have access to joy that can't be affected by that. And so you're going to be looking inward for that, and that's going to help you. But again, also to be aware of when you're discontented, and then basically to work on that. But mostly I'm seeing it as that. So that, hair people, is your reading for as a protector of the light and how this can be helping you. So I wish you all the best, and I wish you a lovely day or evening. Take care till next time. Bye. Hello, Dragon People. So Dragon People, we're going to start with a card from the Into the Lonely Woods Oracle deck. Love Forgives Distance. So one of the things about this is that, yes, things are looking a bit bleak, and this is why we're protecting the light. This is why we're basically doing that. Part of the light that you're protecting is the memory of someone who's not with you. The love can still flow. You can still express that love, even if the person is not with you. So that's something just to keep in mind. Let's get some runes down in a Scattercast, Dragon People, and see what they have to add. Ooh-ah-ee-ah-oh. Wow, some of these jumped onto the... Well, this one doesn't count. Is that like this? Yes. And that's right on the card. So that's basically somebody who is like this, no longer... this is humanity and your part in it. And there is a part that is feeling separate in this part. It's like shut away from that. So let's pick up the ones that are face down. Okay. That's not face down. There is a blank rune in here. The blank rune doesn't get play when we do Scattercasts because they all look blank when I'm picking up the upside down ones. So that's the way it rumbles. So let's turn all of these the way that they need to be. See if we can find our central issue. It's a real cluster right here, like a real cluster, and this is all helping. This is all what's helping you. Okay, so it's a close tie for these two, but I'm really going to give it to Dagas because they go together, but it's like this is one word kind of thing with Dagas more or less in the center. So your central issue is Dagas, the rune of the breaking of the day. There's been an illumination, there's been a realization, there's been an enlightenment moment, which has come from, I'm going to read this one a couple ways. We have Uruz reversed. Uruz is the rune of the wild ox, and reversed it has to do with inner strength, inner health, but also maybe feeling unseated, maybe feeling like you've had the rug pulled out from under you, but this has led to a great revelation. Before that, and this is what started all of it, this thing where there's a distance now, where you're missing somebody, and emotions have been surging and they've made things difficult for you. We have Lagus, which is the rune of emotion, intuition, and heart. It's water, it's the flow, and it's been surging. And so at the moment where you've finally tapped into your inner strength, even though you feel unseated, and honestly these two are sort of like the same central issue, and so these two are the same helper for that, and this is the same for both, but especially here. I mean, there's this feeling like there's this great chaos in the world, and that it's always going to drag you down, it's always going to knock you off your feet. That could drag you down, but at the same time as this feeling of being unseated and getting in touch with your inner strength, there's this great revelation, there's this great illumination of your entire field of vision, and you can see more clearly than you could before. What is helping is focusing. It's like, hey, what's happening? Like, hey, what's that sound? Everybody look what's going down. And then we have this focus happening where maybe it's even a narrowing of focus, but it's a honing of focus. And this is focusing suddenly on this challenge that is yours in your life. You know, like a tree, life is what comes to you. And it's like in this moment, you're like, this is my challenge. This is my only challenge. This is only my challenge. And it's extremely difficult because we have Thurizaz reversed. So it's the challenge, but it's reversed. So it's like it's an almost impossible feeling challenge. But you know that just beyond it, you're going to be able to tap into joy. And you don't even have to, you just can carry this challenge and still access joy, finding your joy. And this joy is going to come through what's being revealed. Things that were always there that you didn't notice are being revealed. And this is on the helping line. So this is some really nice stuff that's you're suddenly noticing and you're suddenly having revealed to you that is going to lead to joy, that is going to bring all of this up, that's going to pick all of this up for you. And it's like, you know what, this is what life is. This is what is important. This is the light that I've been carrying. This is why I'm carrying the light. Another thing that's going to help you is let this and your spirit carry you forward. We have Avaz, which is the rune of the horse. This has to do with movement and spirit, letting this carry you forward. And once you are doing that, it's going to make it easier to work with what you have and to control what you can. We have Ingvaz, which is Ing's rune. This is Ing, another name for Frey. Frey's the fertility god. This has to do with active creation. And it's the time to do it. You know, once you've gone through all of this and you're letting spirit carry you, it's going to be very natural progression to say, okay, you know what? I'm going to work with what I have and control what I can, and basically construct around me what I want to see around me while I carry the light. What isn't going to help is you're going to worry about, okay, first of all, you're going to worry about all this time you've spent taking care of yourself, which you shouldn't be worrying about because it's self-care and it's important. But you're also going to be, you're going to be worrying that you've neglected other things, like the things, the duties that you normally do. I wouldn't really let that bother me at that point, because you're right now, you are controlling what you can. You had to go through this to get to this point. So, you know, don't blame yourself that you weren't able to do the heavy lifting in the outside world while you were going through this. So basically, if that starts to be the case, just remind yourself how far you've come and what you've arrived at, and that you couldn't have arrived there until you've done this. So to tell the part of you that's telling you that you're slacking off to go jump in the lake. And the other thing that might worry you as you move forward, doing what you can, controlling what you can, working with what you have, and letting spirit carry you, and tapping into joy and letting the wonders continue to bring you joy as the world is illuminated around you, is you're going to be a bit worried about comfort zones that were lost. You're going to be worried about letting go of things that could always drag you down. That could always be something that would worry you. But if this starts to be the case, just bring yourself back up to here with all the good that you've done, and continue to do. So that, Dragon People, is your reading. I wish you all the best, and I wish you a lovely day or evening. Take care till next time. Bye! Hello, Snake People. So Snake People, we're going to start with a card from the Into the Lonely Woods Oracle deck, the Communion of Tender Souls. So you don't have to do this alone. You don't have to carry the light alone. It's always good to find other like-minded and like-hearted people and share that with them. You know, it's not like maybe you're both dealing with a lot of burdens, but you have to, you know, just basically tap in and connect in and say, you know, I'm here. You can do it. We'll just keep trying. We got to keep trying. Communion of Tender Souls. So let's get some runes down. Ooh-I-I-O. Pick up all the ones that went face down for the Scattercast. There is a blank rune in here. It does not get play when I am doing Scattercasts because it always looks upside down. So it could be down here. I would not know. Oop. I think there's a blank. You know what? No, there is. I've seen it. I've seen the blank rune in this rune set. Okay, so let's turn these to the way that they want to be and see if we can spot our central issue. I believe it may be Fehu. Yeah, it's Fehu. Okay, your central issue here is Fehu. Fehu is the rune of wealth and worth, and it's cattle, so it's the wealth that you tend. So whatever it is in your life, that as long as you take care of it, it gives your life worth, it gives your life richness. So that's your basic, that's your focus in this moment, is we need to focus on what gives our lives richness. We need to focus on what gives our lives feelings of worth. Leading up to this, first of all, something ended almost before it began. There's a Berkana reversed. Berkana is the rune of the birch tree. It has to do beginnings and birth. It's like something was about to start and then had to end. So that's what sort of triggered some chain of events that maybe have been a bit difficult for you. And by a bit, I mean maybe a lot. What has helped you during this time is number one, to embrace the journey that you're on. Just see it as part of your journey. You're seeing this that has happened as, no, you know what, this is a step on my journey and we can move forward. We can keep moving forward. We have to. The other thing that you were doing that has helped is controlling what you can, working with what you have, trying to create around you what you want to have around you to give you comfort and to give you solidity and strength. and all the good stuff that you need to function. What hasn't helped is there have been a lot of opinions around you. Either there have been, or you've worried about them. We have Manas, which is the rune of humanity, and your part in it. A lot of din, like a lot of like, you should have done this or you should have done that going on, and that's always going to drag you down. Even if it's not happening, just worrying that it might happen will drag you down. So you've brought yourself back up to where, you know what, I'm going to control what I can, I'm going to work with what I have, and I'm going to see this as all part of my journey. And so here we are with this focus on what makes my life rich, what makes my life feel of worth to me. What helps you is just focus on your strength. You are very strong, you are very grounded, and this isn't even reversed. This isn't even just inner, although inner is implied. It's inherent. It's inherent strength. You are strong, you are sometimes a little bit stubborn, and that's a good thing in this case, where you can be immovable and you can be, you know, very, very solid and grounded. What doesn't help is you are always worried about the next surprise. It might not even be a bad surprise, but it's something that you're worried will startle you and make things, you know, add another piece to the puzzle that you thought was already done or something. Anyway, but just bring yourself back up to focusing on how strong you are. Just remember that you are strong. And honestly, the important thing is that you're going to share. You're sharing this. It's not like you're sharing a burden, but you're basically, there is somebody that you can share with, that you can commune with in terms of just basically, it's kind of like a sharing, but basically empathizing and relating to. Your next step on the path line is you're going to be surfing your emotions, especially your negative emotions. There is going to be a flow, and there's going to be an inner flow. You are going to be getting in connection with your deep inner heart. We have Lagus, which is intuition, emotion, and heart. So I'm seeing this as like you're surfing negative emotions, but you're also reaching deep and getting in connection with your heart, which allows you to sort of let the sloshy emotions fall by the wayside, because your heart is always going to be the center bit. And what is going to help you moving forward is, and this is neat because this is the sun and this is the dawn, let things be revealed to you, like letting things be revealed. We have Dagas, which is the breaking of the day, because through that's how the sun speaks to us through the dawn. And it's you know, the dawn is the message of the sun coming through, and the sun is source energy, and this is where you're going to get your energy from. The energy is going to flow through the things that are going to be revealed to you. So that, snake people, is your reading. I wish you all the best, and I wish you a lovely day or evening. Take care till next time. Bye. Hello, horse people. So horse people, we're going to start with a card from the Into the Lonely Woods Oracle deck. There is one who watches over you. So even though you are the one carrying the light and protecting the light and making sure that it is kept nurtured and safe and protected, there is one who watches over you. So whether you see this as, you know, guardians or guides on the NOR side of things, or whether this is actually another person that cares about you that maybe you don't even know about, you are watched over. So this could be, again, it could be NOR side things, so guardians and guides, it could be ancestors, it could be a friend, it could be family, or somebody you don't even know but has your best interest in heart. So let's get some runes down and see what they have to add. Ooh, oh. And we're going to pick up all the ones that went face down. There is a blank rune. I wouldn't know. It is. There is one in there, but because of the way I do the scattercasts, they don't play in the scattercasts because face down looks the same as blank. So all they come. This ended up being a very narrow reading as far as just like, look at that. It's not spread out at all. There's hardly any steps. So let's turn these the way they want to go and see if we can find our central issue, which definitely seems to be Lagus, which is the rune of water and flow and emotion, intuition, and heart. So a lot of verticality in this reading. I would almost say it's algaes is the central issue, actually, even though a lot of it's coming before it. So I'm actually going to go with that. The Laguz led into that. So the heart led into it, but the main thing is we have Algiz reversed, which is the rune of Algiz is the rune of the elk. It's otherwise known as the moose. It's protection and support. Reversed, it's your own standing up for yourself, your own protection of yourself. You're supporting yourself. Ultimately, that's what this is about. You feel that. However, this would indicate that you're not alone, even though you feel alone, and that's your central issue. Leading up to that, you're very much in touch with your heart and also your emotions. We have Laguz, which is the rune of the water. It's the flow, it's emotion, intuition, and heart. You're very much in touch with that, and you're feeling like, well, it's just me. I'm standing up and I'm doing this, and here I am. But look at all the things that came before this. So let me go through it. First of all, just the chaos of everything. We have Hagalaz, which is the rune of the hailstorm. It's chaos, it's the uncontrolled uncontrollables, and this has been a big worry for you, as has been just people. Humanity is a big worry because they're tied to the chaos, they are out of your control, and it's just crazy and it's disarming. We have Tivaz reversed, Tears rune, warrior god, reversed on the lower line, disarming. So there's a lot of emotion happening, but you are getting in touch with that and you are connecting with your heart as well, and that's led you to go, you know what, here I am. I'm standing up for myself if nobody else will. But remember, somebody is. What has helped you up until this point is, first of all, especially when we got to the point of where you're worrying about people, just people being people, was you started to learn things about yourself that you didn't know before, and this has led you to a greater sense of worth in the world, a greater sense of feelings of richness in the world. Now this is Fehu, it's the rune of cattle. It's wealth and worth, but it's the wealth that you tend. So whatever you're taking care of that gives your life richness, that's what that's about. And what you found out about yourself has led you to that. It's like, you know what, as long as I take care of this, I can feel rich in the world, even if people are crazy. At the step where you were feeling disarmed, at the same time, you were in touch with your source energy, something that gives you energy no matter what. So where you get your energy from, your greatest source energy, you were basically in connection with that. And this has to do with what you've learned about yourself and how this has opened you up to realizing your worth. Just before right now, you have started to really work on shaping what's around you. You've been working with what you can, working with what you have to control what you can, based on what you know about yourself now. And what's helped you with that is this has led you to your sense of strength, is like, the more I can do, and the more that I can actually, you know, I do have power in this world. I do have some control over things, and that's what I'm going to do. And this is going to give me strength because I'm going to feel strong. I'm going to feel like I can support myself. Now you're always going to worry about something that's going to just burst in and, you know, become overwhelming. We have Dagaz, which is the rune of the breaking of the day. So it's always, you know, you're always worried about something from this lower area of like, surprise, this is a problem. And in this case, it's like, surprise, it's an emergency. So that could drag you down, but because you're doing all this work up here, where you are controlling what you can, working with what you have, and this connects you to your strength, because you are learning about yourself, which connects you to your sense of worth, and all of this is giving you the energy you need to stay connected with the heart and to be able to support yourself when you need to. This is going to lead you to a great sense of comfort. You'll be constructing your own comfort zone, which is very important and good. But once again, as this says, you know, even though it's going to feel like just you, there is still more than just you watching out for you. So that's a comfort. So there you go. Horse people, for those protectors of the light who are worried about things, wishing you all the best with this and wishing you a lovely day or evening. Take care till next time. Bye. Oh no, things jumping off. Okay, everything stayed on the table. We're good. Hello, sheep people. So sheep people, we're going to start with a card from the Into the Lonely Woods Oracle. Your presence is a gift to others. So don't worry about that. You are a protector of the light, and even though things seem gloomy and bleak, please try not to seclude yourself too much, except, in terms of recharging, but don't think that people don't want to be with you, because people do. Your presence is a gift to others. So let's get some runes down and see what they have to add, sheep people. Ooh, oh. And we're going to pick up all the ones that went face down. First few in this session, I wasn't doing the Galder vowels. I was just singing whatever, but then I thought, you know what? Let's do the Galder vowels. So everybody after the first few in this session have been getting the Galder vowels, which is fine. The other ones were perfectly good as well, because it's, if you're singing the magic through, it's still Galder, even if it's not the vowels. Did that go over? Yes, it did. Interesting. Oh my gosh, that one. Okay, that's almost out of sight, so I'm going to have to bring that in. Look at all of this between this and that. Neat. Okay, so let's turn things the way they want to be, see if we can find the central issue. Definitely the central issue is Lagus. I'm going to bring this in a little bit, but imagine that it's even further over than it actually is, but I want you to be able to see it. Okay. Interesting highest rune in the spread. That's a really interesting rune to fall there. Central issue here is Lagus. Lagus is the rune of emotion, intuition, and heart. It's the lake, it's water, it's the flow. You are very connected to your heart, sheep people. You're very connected with your heart. Emotional flow is happening, but mostly I'm seeing this as a heart-centered moment. Leading up to this, first of all, what's helped you is your life does feel rich. Your life feels of great worth and rich. Things are good. We have Fehu, which is the rune of wealth and worth. What hasn't helped is that people are crazy, and this has been dragging you down. You feel that your life is good and worthy and rich, and as long as you take care of the things that give your life richness, then that will give you the wealth of your life. But the fact that people are so crazy has unseated you. It's basically, you feel like the rug's been pulled out from under you. You feel like you've been weakened by this. And if this starts to be the case, just remember what it is that you're taking care of to make sure that your life stays worthy and rich feeling. But it's hard because these two things are dragging you down. The thing that's helping you right now is listening. And because you're listening, you're tapping into nature and natural energies and natural forces. We have Hagalaz, which is the rune of, it's the hailstorm. So it's chaos and the uncontrolled uncontrollables, but it's in the highest line here. So I'm seeing this as, this is what I was saying, is what a weird rune to fall in the highest point. But it is. It's basically you're listening to get a sense of the cosmic hum of things, and you're basically getting your bearings in the way that nature is happening, the song of nature, and you're listening to that. And that's helping you, because that's sort of helping you get your bearings and get your footing, even though the people are crazy and they've made you feel unseated and weakened. But right now you're very much in connection with your heart. There is a lot of emotion happening, but you're sort of you're connecting with heart, and then the sloppy emotions are falling by the wayside, and you are just basically listening to that. And through this is sort of the conduit, the nature of things, the real nature of things is speaking to you, and you are listening to it, and this is informing your heart and keeping you in tune with it. Again, this is one of the reasons why your presence is a gift to others, because they can go around you, and then some of that vibrational goodness sort of vibrates them too. What doesn't help is don't stop. Keep moving forward. We have Avaz, which is the horse rune. This has to do with movement and also spirit. It's reversed and it's on the lower line. So just keep this momentum going. Don't stop with this, because this is helping you a lot. So keep doing this, and eventually you're really going to feel like you can let go of things that don't serve you. We have Othala reversed. Othala is the rune of the home and the homeland. It's also about stepping out of your comfort zone, but you're going to be listening for a long time. And just don't stop. Just keep doing that. And eventually, it's going to feel safer to do that, and it's going to be good for you to do that. But this is mostly, I'm seeing this about letting go of what no longer serves you. But this is going to carry forward. You're going to be able to listen to that whenever you need to attune to it, and just don't stop, and things will be good. So that, sheep people, is your reading about being a protector of the light and how people want to be near you because you are vibing with the universe, and it's a good thing. So, so there we go. I wish you the best with that, and I wish you a lovely day or evening. Take care till next time. Bye. Hello, monkey people. So monkey people, we're going to start with a card from the Into the Lonely Woods Oracle deck. Do not hide your light. Yes, so we're protecting the light, but that doesn't mean that you suppress it. Let that light shine. It's going to be coming from you. It's going to be coming from all of us who are protecting the light. Yeah, so protect it, but let it shine quietly if necessary. So let's get some runes down, monkey people, and see. I mean, obviously protect it. If you're around where it's not where it would be attacked, then definitely keep it safe, but that doesn't mean you still can't shine it. You see what I mean? It's like you're gonna vibe it even if they can't see it. So let's get some runes down. Ooh, ooh. Pick up the ones that went face down. Doopy doo. Quite a few, actually. Quite a few went face down, which is interesting, but not all, thankfully, or I wouldn't have had anything to read. So I wonder if that would happen. I mean, I'm sure it's in the odds. It's possible. Central issue is definitely Yira here. Or is it Berkana? No, definitely Yira. Definitely Yira here. Okay. And here we go. That's your highest rune. That's neat. Okay, so your central issue, it's like this is your central issue, but this is sort of like your central helper. So central issue is Yira. Yira is the rune of the harvest and also time. Right now, you are reaping the fruits of your labors, which is good. Like you're bringing forth the fruits of your labors. The things that you worked really hard on, you are bringing through right now. At the same time, you're very concerned with time. You're seeing what's going on now as a season in the world. So you're very aware of that. And also just very aware of your place in the center of time right now where you are. Leading up to this, I guess I'll start with what isn't helping you. You have been tempted sometimes to try to force things to be a certain way, and that's never going to help. Like that is just never ever going to help you. So that could have dragged you down. But right now you're sort of more embracing the natural flow of things. So leading up to this, what's been helping you is, first of all, there was a journey that you were on that you have brought to a close. So that ended, and that really helped you. Like ending that journey helped you a lot. At the moment where you started to think, I'm going to fix things, I'm going to force things into shape, what helped you at that point was getting in touch with your deep inner heart and your deep emotions, even the ones that were negative. Really tapping into that, like really tuning into that, helped you with that, because otherwise you would have made a mess. And you didn't. Or maybe you started to and you didn't. Anyway, so here we are right now. Your central issue is seeing yourself as being in the middle of a season in the world, as well as bringing through the things that you worked hard on. What is helping you is we have Hagalaz, which is the rune of the hailstorm. This has to do with natural forces, natural energies. Yes, the uncontrolled, uncontrollables, and yes, chaos. However, it's the hailstorm. It has to do with nature and the way things naturally are, the natural flow of things. And if this is a season of the world, then that's a natural flow of things. Natural flow of things thing. So you're embracing that, and that's helping you a lot. What isn't helping you is feeling frozen. It's just, right now you're protecting the light, and you're sort of trying to keep things, the good things, safe and nurtured and protected, and you could feel like I'm not going to move. I'm not moving. I'm just going to stay here and be tight and constricted and not move forward at all. I'm just going to stay here and nothing can get me. Well, the thing is, you have to move forward. Nature moves forward. Seasons move forward. Hailstorms move forward and on. So just bring yourself back up to being a part of nature and move with that. What is going to help you moving forward from here is you're going to begin something new. We have Berkana, rune of birth, the birch tree, birth and beginnings. You're going to begin something new, and that's going to help you a lot. You are going to be worried about your happiness. You're going to be like, yeah, but if I do this, will I be happy? It's kind of like you're a bit shell-shocked from before, but you will be, because here you are doing something new, and it's really helping you, and it's actually helping you with the light and with not hiding your light, but also with shining it in a way that is safe for you and it. What your next step on the path line is going to be is we have Avaz reversed. So Avaz is the rune of the horse, and the horse has to do with movement and spirit. Reversed on the path line, I'm seeing this as not running around so much, like you're not exhausting yourself, which is good. I mean, it's not total freezing like you were tempted to do in this moment, but it is not exhausting yourself by running around. With this new beginning, I suppose, and also just you're moving through the season, you may be tempted to rush. You can't push that river. You have to just basically, let your inner spirit carry you inwardly. Is basically the thing. Is like, if you want movement, then let that be an inward movement. What's going to help you at that point is, well, just after that point is focus. We have, and sort of like narrow your vision so that it's like the horse with the blinders on, so it's not seeing all the crazy people. Don't be looking at the things that are going to make you spooked and run around crazy. Narrow your vision to what you need to do, and what you need to do is taking care of what you need to do. Basically, we have Tivaz, which is Tears rune. Tears, the warrior god. This has to do with taking care of duties and responsibilities and moving forward. So this is what you're going to be focusing on. Everything else is going to be tempting, but this is what you're going to be focusing on. You're always going to be worried about the next emergency. We have Nauthies. It's not even an emergency because it's like just needs. You're going to be focusing on needs, but how do you deal with needs? How do you deal with needs you're worried about? Take care of them. So just basically keep taking care of what needs to be taken care of. Make that your focus, and you'll be good. Patience will also be a big help, and as you move forward, you're going to learn about yourself, and that's going to be what's going to help you moving forward. Everything you do is going to teach you more about who you are, and you can integrate that, and that's really, really good and exciting. So that, monkey people, is your reading. I wish you a lovely day or evening. Take care till next time. Bye. Hello, Rooster people. So Rooster people, we're going to start with a card from the Into the Lonely Woods Oracle deck, and we get, interesting, two of them came. Two of them. Wow. And I'm going to read them together because wow. Wow. Okay. Get ready, Rooster people. Rooster people, protectors of the light, the sadness of letting go, and death moves among us. So what can I say besides the thing is crooked? What can I say about this? I love you. I hope that, this doesn't necessarily mean that. I mean, in cards, like in the tarot, death means just great change and things that have to end. So my condolences in advance. Look at how this even flows into it. Like, oh my gosh. And some of my favorite animals in there, but anyway. So, Rooster people. Right, let's get a scattercast going on and see what this has to add. Goodness gracious. I'm afraid to move on, but I'm gonna do it. Be great of heart. Picking up the ones that went face down. See if we can find that central issue. Why did these both come up at once for you, my beloved Rooster people? That was face down. That one's face up for sure. get these turned the way that they need to be. Where's our central issue? There's an emergency. I'm thinking that's our central issue, actually. Be brave. Okay. It's almost like the central issue is like here, but there's not a rune here. So I'm going to sort of split it between, there's an emergency and you're worried about the energy that you need for it. Leading up to this, we have, you're taking care of duties, you're taking care of responsibilities, and this is basically, if I could start you anywhere, it's here. Just before that, yeah, so it's like you're taking care of what needs to be done, and this is going to extend out to, wow, okay, so look at this story. Look at this. So, sadness of letting go and death moves among us. Again, death, not necessarily death. It could be just a major change that you're going to be letting go with. That having been said, I'm going to read this as though that was also the possibility. The path line extends from doing what needs to be done, tending duties and responsibilities, to letting go of what no longer serves. So, and moving out of your comfort zone. We have Tivas and we have Othala reversed. This is your path here. There was happiness that helped you, and that happiness is going to continue. There's a joy. Oh, sorry, inner joy. There was an inner joy that you can access, that will always carry you forward. So, and while you were taking care of things, you were worried about the support. You're worried about outer support being there, and you're worried about energy levels. What is going to help is tend that emergency. Things are going to come up that you need to drop everything and deal with. Just do that. Do it. That's what's going to help you the most. Always have access to what gives you joy deeply. Also be aware of where you are discontented, because that's going to help you as well. But mostly I'm seeing this as you're taking care of things, and always having access to that inner joy is going to help you. Taking care of emergencies as soon as they need to be taken care of is also going to help you. You are going to be worried about energy levels. Hone your focus. Try to stay focused on what needs to be focused on. Things are going to be revealed to you, and that's really going to help you. As you move forward, things are going to be revealed to you that were always there. We have Pertho, which is the rune of the lot box. Also, what's going to help is you're going to listen to yourself. You are going to be the one who knows what needs to be done, especially in these emergency situations as you move forward, especially as you reach this part where you're going to be able to let go of things that don't serve you. You might feel overwhelmed with things, and you might be tempted to let somebody else decide, I suppose, but that's not going to help. Bring yourself back up to where you know what you need, and you know that you know what you need. Things are being revealed to you, and you are going to be able to see that. Maybe other people aren't going to see it. You are. And you are going to be able to make these decisions for yourself, and they're going to be for you. These are going to be the decisions that you make for you that are going to help you. They may not be the right thing for anybody else, but they are going to be the right thing for you, and you need to make those decisions, because that's what's going to help you. So you are continually going to be doing what needs to be done. We have Tivas, you're carrying forward, and you're taking care of the duties and responsibilities that need to be done. You're tending to emergencies when they happen. You're giving focus to that. You're honing your focus, letting things be revealed to you, and listening to really yourself, trying not to get overwhelmed by the din. Well, the din isn't, look at all this, is so crooked. The din is what you're tuning out to do what you know needs to be done. And that's going to allow you to step out of your comfort zone, and it's going to allow you to let go of what no longer serves you. So that, Rooster people, is your message for being a protector of the light. My goodness, I would hug you if I could. Good luck with all of this. I wish you all the best, and I wish you a lovely day or evening. Take care till next time. Bye. Hello, dog people. So dog people, we're going to start with a card from the Into the Lonely Woods Oracle deck, and that is the Fortunate Companion. So connect with the people that you love and trust. this is going to help you with protecting the light. And let's get some runes down, and to add to that. Wow, a lot of face down runes in this, dog people. I'm a dog people too. So I'm just going to pick up all the runes that went face down. I hope there are some runes left to read, because almost all of these runes look face down. That's weird. I mean, I suppose the odds are, it's not impossible for all of the runes to be face down when I pour them out, but it's very improbable. And we seem to have had almost that. So, but we have a very clear major helper, and we have a relatively clear central issue, which is neat. So, central issue is Laguz reversed. Laguz is the rune of the lake. It's water, it's flow, it's emotion, intuition, and heart. Your central issue is you're not feeling... Okay, so I'm going to read this a few ways. You're not feeling... You may be feeling a bit numb, actually, because this is reversed, and it's in the central issue, and it's emotion, intuition, and heart. You may also be reaching for your inner heart at this point. You may be looking deeply for that. You may be looking to tap into your emotional flow again. You may be seeking inwardly for your intuition. All of this. At the same time, you may also be dealing with negative emotions right now. You may be dealing with, you're doubting your heart. So this is an issue. This is a problem that you're having at the moment, which is why it's a good thing to relate to those you love and trust, especially as you're dealing with the protecting of the light thing, because that could wear any of us down, and it has been. So what has helped in the past, and what always will help you, because it's the highest rune in the spread, is we have Yira. So Yira is the rune of the harvest and also time. So first of all, keep bringing things through. Keep bringing new things through into the world. Work on things and bring the magic through into the world. That's your harvest, to bring it through. Second of all, see things as natural seasons. There are seasons to things, and everything keeps moving forward. The seasons keep flowing, and that will always help you. Just like remember that things are always growing and flowing and changing and moving through the seasons. Time keeps moving. What also helps you, especially just before this point, is just recognizing that this is a step on your journey. We have Raida, which is the journey rune. Just seeing all of this as this is another step on your journey. Even if you're not feeling great right now, even if you feel like you have to dig deep and try to find your heart again, even if you're dealing with negative emotions or numb emotions, just basically, first of all, connect with somebody you love and trust. But second of all, just keep bringing things through if you can, and recognize that time keeps moving, and recognize that all of this is part of your journey. It's steps on your journey. What isn't going to help is you're going to worry about energy levels, and you're going to worry about your worth. Not necessarily even inner worth, like even sometimes maybe money might be a worry, but I'm seeing this really more as your worth and your worthiness. We have Sovila, which is the rune of the sun, and we have that's source energy and energy levels, and Fehu, which is the rune of wealth and worth, the wealth that you tend. So you're sort of worried about your worth, but it's really boiled it down. It's like really boiled it down to right now, this difficult moment where you need to connect with someone you love and trust, and this person is going to tell you that they're happy to know you, and that's going to help you. But yeah, create what you can, bring through what you can, work on what you can, like plant the seeds, and trust to the movement of seasons, and trust to the journey that you're on. What this is going to lead you to is, we have Hagalaz, which is the rune of the hailstorm. This has to do with, normally I would read this as chaos and the uncontrolled uncontrollables, but it is on the path line, and I'm seeing this as your emotions are going to wake up. You're going to get back in touch with your true nature, and you're going to be the wild force of nature that you normally are in a few steps from now, as long as you just continue with what you're doing and maybe connect with somebody that you love and trust. What isn't going to help you at that point is we have Ansuz. Ansuz is the rune of communication and manifestation. I guess you're worried about communicating, but really what's helped you all along is bringing things through. You may be sort of mistrusting communication, but again, let this carry you through your journey, and you're here to bring things through, and you're going to bring things through. So that is an interesting message for the dog people about the protecting of the light and how this can help you. So I wish you the best with that, and I wish you a lovely day or evening. Take care till next time. Bye. Oop. Oh no, which one fell? Rido. Rido fell on the floor. Let me get Rido up off the floor without hitting my head on the umbrella. Okay, all of those are back in the bag, and let's get this pulled. Hello, pig people. So pig people, I'm going to start with a card from the Into the Lonely Woods Oracle deck, Blessed Reunion. So you are, at the moment, reconnecting with someone or something that used to be very wonderful for you, and now you're back. Again, this could be a something as well as a someone, or it could be both. Either way, it's a reconnection with something that gave you joy. And that's going to help you with the protecting of the light thing. So let's get some runes on that. Ooh, oh. I sang after it, I'll report it. Okay, so let's pick up the ones that have fallen face down. Well, that one jumped up. Should I leave that? I hear yes. Okay, so surprise. A thing that fell, that was face down and decided, nope, I want to be face up. Pick that up. And now let's turn them all the way they feel like they want to go. And we'll see if we can find which our central issue is. Ah, okay, I'm thinking it's Laguz, which is emotion, intuition, and heart. It's your heart. Recentering with your heart. These really got spread out. In fact, the farthest over rune is like out of camera range because it's in the leaves. So we'll get to that. Central issue is we have Laguz. Laguz is the rune of emotion, intuition, and heart. You have, right now, you are very heart-centered. You're very heart-connected. It's like this is your whole thing. You're very much in tune with your heart. Your emotions are flowing. Things are good. So that's going on right now. This is where you are right now. You've reconnected and you're just with heart. What has helped you all along is your inner strength. Your inner strength has carried you quite some way, as has bringing things through into the world. We have Yira, which is the rune of the harvest and also time. So bringing things through into the world and also trusting time to keep moving forward. What hasn't helped you at that point is you're always worried about what if there's something that I need to do. But mostly you're just moving forward doing the things that you need to do. And you have been, we have the two things that have to do with doing things that you need to do. So it's like this is sort of taking you away from things. So there have been things that you've needed to drop everything. Well, not just, this is not reversed. So it's not like a drop everything and do things, but it's like you've been required to do things and you feel like you're always being taken away to do a duty. But anyway, right now you are, as long as you relied on your inner strength and bringing things through and continually, planting the seeds and bringing through the fruits of your labors, things have been good, and you are actually right now very heart-centered and things are good. So even though there's always the worry about being required to do things, like take care of duties and responsibilities, and a need will come up, a need will bubble up that is suddenly like this, okay, fine, I'll do it, but it's taking me away from what I need to be doing, like from what I need to be doing. This is like intrusive. So anyway, your central issue is Laguz, which is the rune of emotion, intuition, and heart. It's water, it's flow, it's all that emotional, all that watery stuff. What is helping you is patience. Patience has always helped you, but I'm seeing this more now than ever, because right now you're in a heart place, which is really, really good. And patience is going to be easier for you. You're always going to worry about this, like something's going to come up that's going to take you away from what you consider your real life. But that's basically it. So just be patient, and try to hold the focus on being heart-centered. We have Kaunas reversed. Kaunas is the torch. It's the fire. It's reversed, so it's a honing of focus more than an expansion. So you're just basically keeping that focus on heart as you move forward patiently, and every once in a while, you may have to drop down and do this, or even if you're worried about dropping down and doing this, keeping your focus on heart and bringing things through and letting your inner strength carry you and being patient is going to help you. The next bit is expression. So again, bringing things through, but you're going to be doing something that has to do with communication and manifestation. We have ounces, which is the rune of that, communication and manifestation, and that's going to help you expressing that. And maybe if this is a person, then you're going to be expressing it with the person. Otherwise, it's whatever you've reunited with is going to help you express. And this is going to lead to great revelations, and this is going to lead you to not feeling like you have to listen to other people telling you things that don't help you anymore. At which point, the things are going to be, great revelations. You're going to get in touch with your deep inner joy. This is the next step on your path line. You're going to have access to that inwardly no matter what happens. So that's really good, and you won't feel like you have to listen. When people are like, you ought to do this, you ought to do that, you're like, yeah, that's fine, thank you very much, I am not doing that. So, so you're going to connect with your deep inner joy, and you're going to be also aware of when you're discontented and sort of reach deep and get connected with that deep inner joy as well. What isn't going to help is don't stop moving forward. You might be tempted, especially, if you're dealing with people who are like, you ought to do this, you ought to do that, and you're like, fine, don't do that. That's not going to help you, even if it's become a comfort zone for you. But anyway, we're going to get to that because we have 2 runes left. So don't stop moving forward. Just basically tune out the din of humanity of people telling you you oughta, and keep moving forward, doing the thing that you know you need to do. What this is going to do is it's going to lead you on this path to a moment where what's going to help you is stepping over a threshold, taking on a challenge. And it's not even going to be a hard challenge. It's going to be like a psychological challenge. The door is open. We have the thorn, the giant, the gateway. We have Thurizaz. So you're going to be able to step through this door. On the other side of this door, everything is going to be different. Hopefully good, though, because you're following this path of bringing things through, being patient, following your heart, like focusing on your heart and finding your deep inner joy and expressing and communicating, letting things be illuminated and doing what you know you need to do, whatever else everybody is telling you. So you're going to want to take this challenge, you're going to want to embrace this challenge, and you're going to want to step through this doorway, step through this gateway. What you are not going to want to do and what isn't going to help you is stick to your comfort zone in this case. And this comfort zone lives where you're used to being told what to do and you're used to giving in and not moving forward. So that's not going to help you at that moment. When you see that gateway open in front of you, please go through the gateway because that's going to help you the most. And no matter what happens, just keep staying heart focused as much as possible. If things start to feel wonky, get yourself back to where you're heart focused and get back in touch with your deep inner joy. Keep bringing things through. Remember, you are inherently strong, and listen to your own needs and self, because that's what's going to help you the most. So I wish you the best for that, and I wish you a lovely day or evening. Take care till next time. Bye.